Welcome back. What up, Dread? What up, Red? And
What's up, guys?
we got our boy Mike with us today. Welcome, Mike.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Mike. We appreciate you, bro.
Yep, thanks for joining, fellas. Shoot, just another day. We're just gonna top it up with some random conspiracy talk, and other fun talk. We're trying to turn this into a nice fun podcast. Yeah, but anyone want to kick it off? We got our guest here, Mike. Mike, anything on your mind specifically?
Well, right now, I don't know if you guys heard about since we were talking about the World Cup. A player from South Africa passed away yesterday, I believe,
Yeah, 25-year-old, yeah.
and people are saying it's suicide. It was a suicide, but
This is fresh. This is a good one.
I think that's crazy.
I
And that
read
just
about that
happened.
too. Did they release the cause of death yet? Because that's the first thing I was kind of curious about. Was like how, and then
No,
they
not
said,
yet. I think everyone's just like saying it was suicide, but nothing like official.
Damn, that's crazy. Again,
But
and so he
I
was a
don't get
player
how
from South
somebody,
Africa.
yeah.
It's not like they had yeah, I don't know what you were about to get to, but I mean, he's a 25-year-old young, healthy soccer player who's on the World Cup team. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't think that you'd want to take your life away. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a fresh one. I definitely need some more reports or some sort of like evidence, something. But I did hear about that one today, like on a commercial before the other day.
"Yeah, Jaden Adams, 25 years old."
Is Red doing a little quick little research real quick? I like the way his haircut looks.
No, they're not releasing anything.
We got nothing.
That makes sense.
All I know was in Cape Town. Official cause of death has not been released.
That leads me to believe if it were some sort of on purpose suicide. So let's tease this out. What would be like for me? I'm thinking, what is FIFA taking him out for, or is it FIFA, or what? Like, is it big FIFA? Is that what we're talking about here? Because like maybe he knew something about the corruption that is potentially happening. Maybe he had some specific account of him witnessing something, hearing something, or who knows? Because I'm thinking, what else? Like, why? What could be a reason? Anyone?
Yeah, because I feel like it's very. I feel it makes no sense for him to have committed suicide. He just did the World Cup.
Yeah. But that's why, like, if it were someone who did put a hit on him and it was a fake suicide, like, what do you think they were trying to get for? Right? Anyone?
Maybe it was he didn't fulfill a gambling quota.
Ooh, that's true. There's a lot of gambling
Oh, yeah.
stuff
Like
going
maybe
on.
they
That makes
put
sense.
money on him to play every game. It looks like he was an unused substitute against Canada. You know, so like just like that, because like we were
Yeah,
talking.
but in that sense, like, I would agree with you. But in that sense, like, he doesn't control that. That's the manager controlling it, like him going in and out.
Very true, very true. But I mean, like,
But along the lines of betting, I would.
Normal thinking people.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right.
I don't know if somebody that goes around like killing somebody is
Maybe the manager was in on it. That's where we're at in this world.
oof.
Then there's the Argentina. Did you guys hear about Argentina getting investigated for money laundering?
I did. I saw that, and the FBI is gonna do an investigation on them.
Right after that big win they had too, so it's just like
Yeah.
timing of it is very interesting. Like,
Yeah. I also find it. I find it very convenient that the FBI is the one that's going to do investigations for.
But why the FBI? Who else would it be?
I mean, it wouldn't be anyone else that they would want.
But do you think if they did it for what's it called, accolades, or for money?
Who?
I think money.
Like if they
Oh,
took
you
him
don't.
out?
Yeah, like let's say they're being investigated, but do you think they did it like let's say to win, just to
Oh,
have a title, or just for money,
the
just
Argentina
money?
thing. Well,
Yeah.
I kind of saw like a title of one of the things that I read. And it was something about like embezzling. There's money and sponsorship deals tied up with like over $700 billion or something, and it's tied in with like Argentina. Um, Again, so that just I mean something money wise for sure, for sure. I feel like money is always involved uh, with most of it, like underlying behind the scenes, whether it's true or not. Yeah.
Yeah, money. I think is heavily
And
the
again, that look,
motivator.
it goes right back to what Red said. It could have been something betting oriented with this potential like suicide if it were actually fake or if it were something for that
Bribery,
yeah.
fraud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
those
he
kind of
doesn't
things.
take a bribe or something, and whether they still lost or won, him not taking a bribe is him like it's him knowing and witnessing that someone tried to do that, and now he's a loose end.
Yeah, just because he's knows, because I don't obviously know his like the guy or his character or anything, but yeah, it's like
Correct. But these are all possible scenarios. But that's the thing, especially if he's a good guy. Most of these, especially in I don't want to say small. South Africa's not like super small country, but you know, most people in countries that aren't America, I would say like to certain levels, we're not all, poisoned by certain money and greed, super like, that type of propagating motives. Uh, but in fact, I could be wrong. Or some people might be more susceptible to that from ones who like want to live the American dream more, hope for money opportunities. But yeah, either way,
right.
I think yeah, definitely won't tune in to see some more news on this. Fred, you look like you maybe got some you want to talk about.
I got something. So
I know Red
maybe-
does.
Oh, I heard red. I'm sorry. You go. You go. Hey, Ron.
so have
Hey, Ron.
have you guys heard about the group of scientists from the Los Alamos laboratory that have all either died
I
or gone
haven't.
missing, all under like mysterious circumstances, in my opinion, and similar. Like they've all like I know at least 3 or 4 of them went off on a hike, left like their phone and ID at home. A couple of them took like a pistol and just like some hiking gear, and then they disappeared. Like
Mm-hmm.
they either missing or they've been found. Like their remains have been found. Let me find this lady's name real quick.
I got
2
you.
seconds.
Maria Caceres.
Yes, that's one of yes.
So this was in 2006.
Well, yeah, it's all been within like a year. So
Wait, go ahead. Yeah.
So I know a couple of them. What they have in common is it was a gravity propulsion that they were studying.
Also, they were like scientists.
Yeah, these are like people that have like sensitive information, I want to say.
Oh no.
Excuse me. Okay, so one of the ladies, Amy Eskridge, she was an aerospace researcher and co-founder of the Institute for Exotic Science, interested in advanced propulsion concepts and gravity-related research.
Yeah, I heard about. There's one guy. I feel like that one of the scientists. If it's the same one that I'm thinking of, I was following basically some of his social media video posts that they were popping up. Uh, after he had got they'd gone missing, and so, like he had sort of a lot of them were sort of claiming like, oh, if I'm not trying to take my own life, those types of videos, sort of like knowing that they were on the fringe of being taken out in some way. If this is that same group, I'm just not sure based off the name. If it's that same group, I've been following that, seeing some stuff the last couple months, but I don't know any of the specifics.
Okay. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
like
I mean, you
very
just
much
said
to that point.
they're like astrophysicists and jet propulsion scientists.
Monica Jacinto Reza, a materials engineer associated with JPL and NASA related work, disappeared while hiking. Sorry. So again, like connection to like NASA related research, outdoor disappearance.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything like the key words you're saying with all that stuff, I'm thinking like, because I haven't looked too much into it, but my mind goes to, of course, they were scientists that have been involved with something, and whether there was a breakthrough or some sort of technological transference from people's hands to a certain other government entity or an international whatever. That could be another thing, but clearly there's like some sort of transitional point here, uh, with whatever technology or science they've been studying and working on.
Mhm.
And, to their discretion, they're not allowed to probably say certain things clearly, especially on camera or, whatever. Like, I know this, or I was working on this, but the people who are like overseeing them have probably threatened them in a way or want to just probably tried to take them out either way just to be safe. Because in their minds, these really powerful people, they got these scientists and these workers to just do what they needed. And at this point, like, them needing to again just cut loose ends or cut the ties there, and make sure that like again that there's no loose end or no one can say anything. I feel like there's that certain level of small spot with knowledge or technology in the world or certain rumors and things like lighter conspiracies or certain things where, you know, oh, alien UFO, whatever, something basic. You know. Besides Stephen Greer, there's this other guy, the main guy from like, gosh, UFO, Area 51, whistleblower, basically. Bob Lazar. So Bob Lazar, he was like the first Area 51 whistleblower.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him. Okay. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
so
guys heard of Bob Lazar before.
yeah, if you
I've seen
haven't,
like old videos of him
anything
on YouTube.
anything that's like UFO conspiracy related, there's probably, people will reference him most likely. He was the first. Because he was a scientist who worked in Area 51, and then basically like they fired him at some certain point. But he still lived right there in like Nevada, and then like was like, nah, like I have to tell people what's going on. But again, this guy could be some sort of government plant so that people think that he was real and that he's one. There's a whole like psychological like theory there.
Mhm.
And in that sense, so there's a middle ground. It's like a market, high value, low value. In that sense, I feel like just the powerful elites in the world and people who know things that we don't know and all the things that we don't and all that, all these things that we have questions about. There's a very small percentage of knowledge and technology that is zero risk, that is zero, like absolutely blackout type risk, no tolerance type, departmentalized, time chronologically structured in a way. And I mean, if your time is up with your role in that for the people controlling it, then
Right.
your time is up. It doesn't matter. Like, you had your role, you had your play. Like, with the UFO thing, it's like, okay, this guy, like, we didn't think he was going to do that either way. Afterwards, they probably had employees where it's like, okay, now we got to watch our employees who maybe we fire or that maybe are saying things, outside of work. Clearly, they're all signing NDAs and all this stuff before they work there, anyways. But what I'm saying is, if you leak something like that, or someone goes out with UFO or some basic stuff, that's also something that can easily be manipulated, or you can play into it, or whatever, or in general, something that's such a sensitive in its light, such a sensitive piece of knowledge for technology that is only a very, like, people at Harvard, people at Princeton, like all these top colleges, all these places, scientists, like, even then, they're not like touching the concepts of these things that's maybe in deep layers of government or dark level uh, companies, not like private companies where they're working on certain things, and like these types of highly intelligent scientists are working on things. There's like that like small factor where it's like, this person knows something. The risk of me letting them write a note or speak this to someone else or have some like piece of knowledge or theory, even like blown into the wind, like whatever, like they're not going to let it happen. Like, they control it 100%. Like, it's that powerful, whatever it is. It's that ancient and could be disruptive to the fabric of our understanding of the way our reality works, certain things like that. So I feel like these people had or come across some sort of really, really niche knowledge, or
But did they die one by one or like
well, I know
all at
they
once?
died
So
like
I
different
think,
times.
okay,
Some of them are still
I did
alive.
misspeak. Amy Estridge, she died in 2002. So obviously that's a little bit older. By suicide. And they say like she had personal struggles in her life. So they weren't surprised like by the suicide, but if you look at interviews and statements she made, even like up until the point like of her death, like it's kind of interpreted differently, So it's like, I don't know. They didn't seem like they wanted to like hurt themselves or anything, but then all of a sudden, the authorities investigated and like, yeah, they were depressed and yeah.
Because I was gonna say, if we were a group of 10 and let's say 5 of us already died, by that point I would already write a note or
And
tell
imagine
somebody something.
No, correct. Imagine let's say 3 or 4 out of the 5 that disappear, right, or die. We went hiking, but individually. And I left my phone, and it's a factory reset when you find it. And you're like, why didn't he take his phone? Why is everything erased too? And then I just didn't tell anyone, and I just hiked off into the wilderness, and then I disappear. It's like, and then the other two, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're going to tell me there's no relation? It's all unrelated. It's random events. It's tragedies.
Yeah, it's all the same group of scientists. Yeah.
It's hard to ignore that. If it is, that is the most coincidental, you know what I mean? One of them, you can't help but think like,
Yeah.
It could be the beginning, like intellectual flight from the country. They could be escaping, a horrible government contract they have and fleeing
By faking this, perhaps? Is that what you're saying?
by faking their death and fleeing to um, Germany.
Nice. Yeah.
Like
They
with
could,
Melissa Castilla, she disappeared for a year. Just
exactly. So
randomly
like, they
disappeared.
had a long time to just toss a body out there, fake the teeth.
And mind you, Los Alamos isn't just any like workplace. That's the birthplace of the Manhattan Project. So,
Nuclear.
she was an administrative assistant. So who
It
knows
could
what she like in the movies? They stumble across some file they're not supposed to see. I'm just saying, like,
No,
and then
for
it's like,
real.
well, where do they get these ideas? This
Yeah.
really happened.
The other thing I think of, because honestly, like, for me, so in general, I wouldn't say, but I would already know that I would take the measures to, because like what Mike was saying, by the fifth one, I would write a note or something. But by the time
Yeah.
I already, like, there's an instinct, probably by the second week in of whatever this was working on, and let's say, we get fired or whatever the situation was where you leave this project like a year after, there would already be some sort of like, I would have some like safety measures with like, gosh, it would be hard, but some like person like really who I could trust, but also not want to get like involved maybe. Uh, but like I'd have a couple of like fail safe like things where
Backdoor
just
or something.
like if I die, then at least something would, I don't know.
Okay,
It's hard to say.
I got a question for the group, and then Mike, you kick it off with your answer first.
All right.
So if a person like is connected to sensitive information, classified, advanced science, like highly classified government work, or a facility even that conducts that kind of work there, and they disappear, do you automatically become more suspicious of the circumstances because they were a part of a highly classified like project and or facility and or group and or government segment, etc.?
But you're saying if the first person dies or just if anybody dies?
Let's say like a group.
Are you
Are
saying
you
like, so
are
this
are,
is
are,
like,
are you more
he's like an
suspicious?
acquaintance or a friend of this, like someone, or
Yeah,
maybe
let's say, or no, you don't even say, you just heard of this. Like it's a group, like you said, a group of 10, 5 of them, 10 of them all worked at, say, like Los Alamos, right?
Yeah.
And 5 of them either died by suicide or they disappeared for some time and then they were found dead later. Like, would you be more suspicious the fact that they worked at that facility, or just that they all kind of had worked in the same industry?
I think it would be definitely suspicious because of just the fact that they disappeared and that they all work together and
Right.
that they
Yeah.
all probably know the same secrets or classified information.
Yeah, we kind of naturally get suspicious, right? Because we're seeing like scientists, there's like an engineer, there's researchers, defense, like contractors, all from the same like facility. Is kind of strange.
like, what do you think?
So I think them being all in the same field is I think it's telling of a possible like pre-war target, right? So the U.S. did this. Like we took out Soviet scientists purposefully to slow them down in like the race for the hydrogen bomb. You know, Israel did this to Iran like 10 years ago now. They blew up the head nuclear researcher with a briefcase as he was driving home. Somebody like rode up on a motorcycle with a briefcase, blew him up. Like so like it's blatant that it happens, right? And this could be a little bit more not tongue in cheek, like cloak and dagger.
Yeah. Like
Of
internal, like a more deeper layer in a way of just that war motive is what you're saying.
right,
Yeah.
like maybe China does, like maybe China is prepping for a war with the U.S. Right? It's so easy to find these people. They have a LinkedIn. You can see that they're married. You can find their spouse's address because they work for like a school district. And then
See,
it's you found a
I don't want to.
scientists that work at Los Alamos.
Right. Right there. I just want to clarify. Are you touching on the point that like it could be another government entirely? Because there's like sleeper cell agents. There's people that are like, so many people who come across as internet immigrants. That's why there's like a border, part of a border, like just argument in general. It's not always just about like immigrants from certain countries. Like if there's people who are like agents from other countries that are their role is to pretend to be someone, come in as an immigrant, live a whole life, and like they have different roles to play. Maybe they're gathering information, following this group of scientists. It's
Yeah, and you know what?
I didn't even think of it.
Is notoriously bad at keeping people safe.
Exactly, but that's part of like I didn't understand that part of the whole border stuff before. Growing up over here, I just thought it was like all bullshit. People were just being like, there's the cliche, you know, they're racist against Latinos, Mexicans, and all that. And yeah, that's heavy, and that's like where like I grew up seeing that stuff. So that's why for me, I'm just like, oh, that's what it's about. But like, damn, like on the East Coast and like other places, like there's people coming in from all different types of countries, and like for so many reasons.
So if there was like that's interesting, like it could be like another like country at play. Like I've heard that's like one of the theories I have heard on like this group of disappearances and deaths. If there was really a coordinated effort to like silence people, what would it look like? Like would there be obvious evidence? Would there be like signed notes and confessions, or would there be press conferences, or would it just look ordinary?
Sorry, say that again.
So would it like if there was a coordinated effort to silence like these people, what would it look like? I'm saying like, do you guys think like would
In
it
my
be
mind,
something obvious?
would
Would it be ordinary? Would
no,
it be
in
obvious
my mind,
evidence?
I have no clue. I haven't. That's when they started like implementing these types of procedures within their own program. Like that's why we now send people out, whether it's for whatever our motives are, good or bad. Like we do the same thing. Uh, so I'm for sure that's the way that I view it, having gone down. And then from there, who knows whatever each person's, what if one person was more of like a gun specialist when it comes to taking people out? One person's more of like, uh, an expert in poisons or sabotage or certain stealth stuff. Like, you know, agents have different strengths, and then so yeah, that's just the way I do it.
Okay. So everything's like categorized, and they send the correct people for the correct to reach desired effect. Like, okay, we need this we need this
I mean, in
person,
a
we
sense,
need this
but
done this way.
So as a whole, do we all think the government kills people then?
I know the
To
government kills
silence them?
people. There's people
Like
from the government
like
who come
murders
out and
them,
say
murders
that
them.
they
Yeah.
kill people. It's 100%. Yeah.
So you guys all think that?
I know that.
All of
I
you?
know that.
Yeah.
You can look up documentaries of ex-CIA,
So
ex-military
so I want to
that
ask you
currently
guys.
work for the government.
I want to ask you guys to answer a question. If tomorrow that same government offered you a salary job of $1 million a year, would you take it, knowing that, like you said, they kill people?
Well, what's my job? What are they offering me to do?
Well, does it matter if they're not killing people, but like, let's say have a government job, like,
You're saying like, would you join the entity that you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like, I can't say I don't know. It depends, but like I would want to know what the job is, because I can't do a job that I can't not do. You know what I mean? I can't earn $1 million if I can't get the job done.
That's a
I'm
good
not gonna
question.
go. I'm not gonna go waste
What
my
if it's
time.
the same job you have right now, but they're gonna pay you $1 million?
They're-
No, just you're literally gonna work for somebody who you're claiming kills people.
I think you're just getting at the principle of it, huh? Like, are you okay with
Yeah.
could you ignore the fact that you know that's going on and still, just take the money to be like, hey, just be cool with it. Make sure you don't say nothing. If you stumble across anything, just keep it. Maybe that's the catch is if you see anything that maybe isn't on like the up and up, you just got to keep your mouth shut. But hey, $1 million, you may or may not. We don't know. You may see something, you may not. Ideally,
like,
you
but he's
won't.
saying if I do know that the
you
government
might.
or that this is that they're doing, I know this. That's what you're saying.
You could. Well,
No,
I don't mean to change Mike's
like,
question up, but
no,
I'm just trying
asking.
to.
No, I'm asking. Wait, I'm asking Mike though. Like that was part of the question. Like I have the knowledge that they do this, and they're
No,
like, here's a job for us. We want to hire you. Here's $1 million. But like I already know that they kill people.
no, yeah, but not that they kill people, but they're willing to kill you. No, I guess basically, like, let's say if the government wasn't involved, to make the question simpler, would you work for the job knowing, like you said, they kill people?
I think there's some still very naive people that work for the government at many different levels that don't know that and that don't want to believe that. But there
Because,
are
like,
some
you know what
people.
we spoke about earlier, the scientists who died?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guarantee you, if we looked it up, I would predict that maybe. Well, since when? Since 2002? Since 2024? Like, what earliest date? Well, because if this woman died in 2002, like, okay, then let's say like more people were missing or whatever. Let's give it till 2010, 2015, where it's like, okay, if you work here, clearly this becoming a consistent news report. It's like, oh shit, there's something going on behind the scenes. Like, well, yeah, but you're still in your right to quit, just by yourself. Like, that's what I mean though. Like these 10 people clearly like worked for, like they had specific knowledge. Because if I work for that company and I'm the fucking janitor, that's completely different. Like I'll work for that company, I'll be the janitor, and they don't give a shit about me. Like I can quit, I can work there every day, I can walk around with my thumb up my ass probably, and they're just gonna be like, "Hey, clean the floors, guy."
But that risk is like I would say what makes his question interesting. Like, would you work for them even if you had like a simple job in the government that you weren't like gonna come across any life or death, but you could potentially, but because you could potentially stumble across something you're not supposed to see because of the government's dealings. Like a lot of these people did. They probably they had knowledge, but they probably saw something they shouldn't have. And then that's where it became like, okay, now we got to kill him. When normally, like a normal job, you're not going to see something. If you do see something you shouldn't, you're fired at the most or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
me
you're not gonna get murdered.
personally, to take me out behind the scenes, if maybe I clean behind the wrong door and see something at the wrong time. Let's say if I'm still the janitor in this situation. Uh, but yeah, I mean, like, it's just up to my discretion to be like, do I want to work for this company? There's the moral aspect. If you're like, damn, I think something shady's going on, I don't want to work there. Like, I mean, there's that. There's, what you said. Oh no, I don't want to stumble upon anything and maybe accidentally see anything, and then they're gonna have to kill me. Like, there's all those thoughts. Like, I now know about people in this other department going missing, and maybe I'm just a low-level janitor or someone who works at basic front desk or science or whatever.
So
So
Because
you
I've
would
worked
you would
for
take the
Universal,
money,
Universal.
you
Mike?
guys.
You would take
Dude,
the money knowing that you could stumble across, like, because I was trying to. I see that that's a
because
potential risk of working for.
They said you would, but as a janitor.
well, that was
But me,
he
I would
gave
do it
that.
as a janitor or a CEO. So my answer was a yes either way.
See, there you go.
Dang.
But are you
I
allowed to
feel like
quit
the
whenever?
janitor liable to
See,
open
this
the door while
question.
cleaning up and boom.
What? Wait a minute. Let's go a little deeper into this. The $1 million. Is it a salary? Is it like what is it? Because also, like,
No, at the
you're
end, I
making, you're,
think the salary or the amount, it wouldn't matter at the end of the day. Just the fact you're knowing that they kill people. So the pay wouldn't really matter.
man. Okay, well, good question. I don't know.
I don't think I could do it. That would bother me.
Me too.
And I'm a hard worker, so I would start getting promoted, and then boom, I'd be like, it's getting closer to.
I think because I said
I'm
no
just
dollar
like-
amount, you guys said no. But what if there was a dollar amount then? I think with the dollar amount, you guys would say yes.
Yeah, that was only for $1 million. I might
About
change my. No,
5 million.
Yeah,
yeah, that's when it gets
probably
interesting. Like,
But
okay.
that's where this gets sticky. Because what job is worth $5 million? Like, I should be out there playing sports for a team, or you know what I mean? Like, that's why this needs to be very specific. I don't want to tease this out too much longer, but
No, you're an engineer.
I'm an engineer
Yeah,
at this place.
yeah. You design the sprocket.
Nah, I can get it. I can get that type of job somewhere else and not worry about that. But $1 million? And
But $5 million?
how far is the drive to work every day?
From home, bro. From home.
If it's like less than
Send you
30
a
minutes,
3 lathe. They send you a 3.
You have a company car. You have a company
Oh,
car.
yeah.
Or from home, because you're designing basically, right? Like blueprints and like
Yeah.
engineering. So you could work with like a CAD kind of program.
Yeah.
Right, Red? That's what you're saying, right? That's what you like kind of thing. I mean, for
Yeah.
$5 million,
Well, it's a good question.
and you stumble across some
I don't
other
know.
plans
I
in the
don't think
CAD
I would.
program for some
guess.
other crazy shit.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, ooh, would I want to do I want to get off, taken out? So whatever. I guess so. At least that's my answer right now. And honestly, like, I don't know. I just don't like. I want a lot of money, but I'm not like, I don't care. Like, if I had a lot of money, my life wouldn't change to that. But
What do you think, Red?
I think for the right amount, I definitely would.
He's like, there's a number.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll hit the number.
Well, because especially like I feel like a lot of government jobs, there is a lot of U time. From what I've seen personally,
yeah, same.
you get a lot of U time, and like $3 million a year. Like, let's say like I can get by with like after saving most of it. Let's say I get 20,000 for myself a month to have me time. I mean, I think I could start a small, nuclear reactor business with that much money. Like you could completely change like the pathways of like the world if you tried enough. Because like I think that's there is a median, a minimum amount of money that it takes. And once you hit it, like you're in this whole world of like psycho shit.
Yeah. Like I know that. Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely would.
Good question. Good question.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Do you
Okay. That
do
was
you guys want to?
But the people who work for the government now, do we think they're getting paid millions of dollars though? I don't think so. So why are they?
Some are and some aren't, and some of it is not like openly told.
They're detached. It's like this disembodiment from work and like ethics. It's like the jail officers. It's they beat a dude in the prison cell and they go home and then like just have dinner.
Damn.
But what's that? The example of what? Like
Like
like they can just like separate
yeah.
and
yeah. Oh no, I see. Yeah, the mentality that it takes in a way, or yeah, I
Yeah.
totally see. Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question.
Do you guys think conspiracies, do you think they grow or gain traction because there's a lack of evidence to back up what they're saying happens in these situations, or because there's just a lack of trust with the government and authorities?
I mean, I think it started like we're at a point in time where it's like the trust second one is more. I mean, I don't want to say it's heavier. Uh, it's because of, in my opinion, like the last like 6 to 7 decades of stuff has happened, and there's like evidence for certain things, a lack of evidence for some things, certain like claims by certain people that like contradict certain evidence. Uh, and then like through that over time, that's where like the build of the like distrust comes from more. So yeah,
So
yeah.
you're saying that lack of trust makes it more just like, I don't know.
I mean, I just think like you can't be paranoid without believing in something and then like seeing, and then you don't trust it.
All right, Mike, what do you think? You think the conspiracy they like grow because there's like literally a lack of evidence to back up like statements that are being made as to like why these like circumstances happened and took place, or is it more of just a lack of trust of the government and these like authority, entities?
I feel like since we don't trust the government, that automatically makes everything they say a conspiracy in a way.
Yeah, that's I'm kind of in that
Because
same
even
box
if
with it.
let's say if let's Trump says he saw I don't know, let's say us four saw something. Do we think, let's say Trump, the government is capable of saying and coming up with evidence that somebody else killed somebody, even though us four of us saw? Do we know they'll be capable of even getting fingerprints and all that, and even maybe other witnesses to lie?
Yeah, that's a part of a lot of like staging things.
So that's why, like, if it comes out in the news that they have fingerprints and all that, does that still make you believe, oh yeah, it was solved? Or
No, I don't believe that's not. I mean, you're asking the wrong guy because I don't believe that at all. I don't trust the news. You hit it
yeah,
right in the bat. So I don't believe that news source. That's me.
So that's why, in a way, would that mean evidence means nothing then?
No,
Since
but
it could
Ooh,
be
but what I'm
that's a
fabricated.
but
good that's a good
yeah,
one.
but evidence is broader than that. Evidence is not just see that's where like this is a perfect and this is I mean this in a lighthearted way. I try and monitor the way people say things on the daily and I'm like, oh, that was a programmed moment. That was a programmed moment. You just stated that do we think if say it again, do if evidence is there then that's the only thing. What was your question?
I forgot how I worded
No,
You
it's
said
okay.
he
So
said I know what he said. He said,
it.
does evidence mean nothing because we know it can be fabricated and
Oh
like
yeah, no, yeah,
introduced and to show whatever they want it to show? That's why I
yeah.
was like, that's a good question because it's like, yeah, if you
right.
can make it match or whatever or what
That's my
have you, it's
point.
like,
That's my point. That's where like when it comes to like how do you trust something? My anyone. How do you trust something? You personally. I know mine. Like how do you
Oh,
trust something?
like what establishes like your continued trust in like I think to a large
So
I
degree
don't.
trust is it's a want too,
right.
you know?
But for me, so like to the literal sense, like to trust something, if it's an piece of information that
Yeah,
someone tells me, like I still like there's barely like one or two or three people that I feel like will like that I trust like I'm like okay, and then like I still need to like kind of like check it out. I need to see it to believe it, or I need to be there or be granted the opportunity and transparency to check out a situation, to see the evidence, to give firsthand. So that's why, like, well, the way you framed it was like, if the way that the news or that the government, which is them, like if they give evidence, like then it if they're the ones who do it, then it can clearly be manipulated. So does it mean nothing? Not does it mean something? But that's where like that's a programmed statement because there's so much more evidence. Like I shouldn't say a program statement. Basically, to the point. For me, like I would see like, okay, if that were a news report or whatever, and they're like, okay, they said this and they said this and they said this. So, well, we should, there's the whole question. Should we take it as it is or should we not? They could have faked it. But that's again, that's just like, that's like, there's more evidence. Like in my mind, just to answer your question, I would be questioning that level and that layer of evidence where it's like, okay, this is hearsay by a specific news outlet or a certain reporter or whatever. And clearly, if you check into the background of who pays or who funds these people, like you can see who runs this and whatever. Uh,
because let's say they released a video footage. Do you think even that can be fabricated?
I do nowadays with nowadays. Yeah, nowadays with that old AI they got, that technology, I think they can do about anything.
Red, what do you think? What do you think about the video question about like video footage being fabricated, posted on the like say social media or the news, right, Mike?
Yeah.
So I think it can. It's it's one of those things that like right now there's some things you hear and you just don't they don't fit. I don't know if that it's all vibe. You know? That's the current state of conspiracy thinking. It's all vibe. There's sometimes like the if you go through the Epstein files, right? There's this whole all these communications between Epstein and uh wow damn
Longer.
what did I say? He was like Trump's advisor for the uh first president.
Sorry, are you talking about Howard Lund something
No,
or
that guy. Shit. He's like this hyper conservative. He was like owned like some news outlet.
I know.
It doesn't really matter. But you hear them like communicating. It's like, oh, like these guys were supposedly behind like Bitcoin and all of the Gamergate debacles and all this 4chan stuff. It's like, okay, well, this kind of sounds like Forrest Gumpy. So, like, who inserted things to make this feel Forrest Gumpy? Because nothing's really Forrest Gump, you know? You can't be everywhere. You can't be responsible for everything, you know? And like, you read enough of the Epstein files and it's like, oh, well, this doesn't actually vibe. Everything here doesn't vibe right. It in fact is too much of a
Right.
holiday.
It seems forced.
Yeah.
Is it
In a way.
Mortimer Zuckerman?
Nah.
The race Phoebus or something like that.
Damn. No, it's a white guy.
I'm literally like, who is
He went to
it?
jail.
Is it John Podesta?
No.
Reed Hoffman. We're just throwing names. We're just throwing names at him.
No, but like, yeah, I feel like the same goes for like video.
Is it Roy Cohn?
Nah, fuck. Okay, give me a second.
So do you think that's already happened, Mike? Do you think like they like on the news you've seen video footage that they're like, here's the video footage, this image may be, you know, and then it's like doctored or even like AI generated?
Was it Rinks Freebus?
I feel like it it could be fake.
Like it's possible, right? You're like, without a doubt they could do
Yeah.
it if they wanted to.
Because even
Yeah.
now, even when it's real, I'm always questioning just a regular video.
100%.
That's a good point. Just someone doing the simplest thing. You're like, is that real?
Yeah.
So there's currently an outbreak of a microscopic parasite through the Midwest.
And just yesterday, I literally started hearing about it. People were like, make sure you cook your meat. Make sure you whatever. Cook all the stuff you're doing. Wash your vegetables.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is the first I'm hearing about it. We got 1,562 cases.
How does this originate? How does something like that originate? Like what does it say? What is the
They're
what
not
kicked this
sure.
off?
They're not sure. They think it might be bagged lettuce, but they can't. They're still trying to figure it out.
Any fatalities?
No, it's mostly just diarrhea and fever, I think.
So are you bringing
Diarrhea.
this to a topic with insinuation that it could have been something like planted or like someone, or that this could be something on purpose, purposefully spread in a way?
No, I'm more on the why don't, like, this is a huge amount of people. Like, why isn't this more widespread here?
Right. Like it took off, but it's like isolated out in a way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because when I heard about it yesterday and the day before, technically people just started bringing it to my attention. But the way that they were talking about it, like, oh, did you hear? Oh, did you hear? I'm just like, okay, well, shit. So like, I shouldn't go buy anything from the market this weekend because y'all are talking like it's everywhere.
So
But,
it
like, it's
doesn't
clearly
spread person
not.
to person.
It's only in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently.
Well, I mean, those reported cases, parasites is everywhere, son.
It's in Illinois, Ohio, and New York.
Yeah.
It doesn't spread person to person. It's gastrointestinal. They're saying caused by caused by consuming food or contaminated water with feces.
So it's another E. coli type situation that people.
So you were saying, why isn't it more widespread? Maybe it's like a channeled thing, you know? Maybe not.
And then
Maybe
again,
they
maybe
can. Maybe the population of them isn't big enough to. I don't know. Yet.
again, just to the source of what he was saying, like gastrointestinal. So what you eat, what you drink in a water source, like clearly, like whenever it happened this last couple weeks, and there's been this big outbreak, uh, maybe it was a specific source of beef or water contamination through certain areas sources that just had spread, and that people bought stuff and it was out there, and like they got it within that couple weeks, and then it was a big blow up and a big outbreak.
Don't you think? Do you guys think it's weird that so it could possibly spread through contaminated water, but then they're saying to wash your
vegetables, right?
vegetables,
Your
right?
fruits.
Isn't that
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
strange? I mean, I'm not saying not to wash them, but it's just like, okay.
Well,
like,
they're just saying watch out for contaminants. I mean, that's just again, yeah. Be aware of your water, but also wash your vegetables.
And shouldn't we have all been already washing our vegetables?
I mean, no, facts,
Of course,
facts.
of course.
Nasty ass people, right?
But then it's just contaminated water the whole time, you know? It's just like a setup sometimes, it seems like.
Have you guys ever had a worm?
I haven't. I've
I
worried
have
that I have.
I have not.
I bought some parasite stuff like a month ago.
That's low key scary,
How
honestly.
good.
Before I even heard about this.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I am going to. I feel like the start of August is like the time set that I want to like do it.
Okay, very cool. Are we gonna get hit with a little book report?
Perhaps, yeah. I'll track daily.
Report? Get the worms out of my body report.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Got some sour salt bitters and some black pepper seed oil.
Nice.
Supposed to do the trick. And then I'll see if I had something in me or not. I'll essentially keep it out.
Either way.
My brother had a couple of them. But he was
Not
also
surprised, not judging. It's all over the nation. It's in multiple, pork, beef, some chicken, certain raw fish. People eat seafood.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. Switching gears real quick. I was going to say something and then I don't know.
Since we were talking about like deaths, like conspiracy deaths, do you think some celebrities or even government figures or whatever have faked their deaths, like themselves?
Does anybody come to your mind?
Like Ocean Gate, like the rich people, like could they have just like faked their deaths just to like escape? Like,
I think
Ocean Gate?
what's that?
Ocean Gate?
Yeah,
it was like a deep sea submersible with like
yeah, the
Oh,
submarine
that
with the
the-
rich people,
Gotcha.
the sub.
Gotcha.
that
Go
killed
ahead,
5
Dread.
people.
What were you gonna say?
I totally think so. You know, like there's so I don't know. So like
That's a really good question.
where
I
where
now
would you
think
go, right? Like I think that's the most important thing to figure out. Obviously, they're richest some of the richest people in the world, right? So they can fake their death. I think totally. But are they living out in the middle of the ocean on yachts now? Just like,
I think they're in Antarctica if this happens.
oh, okay.
Like
Or did they change their identity, or did they?
easily and be living in Argentina,
Yeah, yeah, easily.
100%, or New Zealand, 100%.
Yeah.
That's my answer. You don't gotta
Especially,
ask me anymore. I now do believe that.
especially if, let's say, if someone was trying to kill them, let's say.
I mean, yeah, but I just think I don't know. I remember when that happened. Was it last year, right, or it's like 2 years ago? About
Yeah,
two
like
years ago.
2 years ago,
I remember when
or
it happened.
3.
I was like super shocked, and I'm just like, oh wow, like news reports are like, oh, 28 hours now, or whatever.
"2023."
They're gonna run out of oxygen. They haven't, this is a failed thing. Like all this stuff. And now that I'm thinking about it, me personally, the fact that it was covered so drastically by all those news channels, I think there was something behind it, is what I wasn't even in this conspiracy type mindset back then. I was just fucking chilling.
Like, let's say, how do we even know they were even got in there?
Exactly. 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 Yeah. Great point. We don't know. And I think that it could have been something suspicious.
Yeah, supposedly they had warned the CEO, like a bunch of experts had, that it wasn't. So it's like, why would you get in there knowing
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's even more suspicious. They're like, yeah, like they know that they warned them, so it's more believable. So like they'll really think we died. That's a really good point. Really good question. I like that.
They even find pieces of the, imploded sub.
Subs. Yeah.
Okay, if you were living on a clandestine, like secret scientist island, what would you be studying?
What would I be studying? You asked me? Like, okay.
You've
It's my
faked your
choice.
death.
Huh?
Yeah. You've faked your death. You've spent like $100 billion to be somehow transported to this island of all these other scientists that have faked their death.
Do you know? I get what you're saying.
Like, whatever you want.
Okay, so this isn't a question of like, what could they be potentially out there studying if it was fake?
Right. We're gonna start there. Maybe we'll get to like if we're normal people thinking about it, and that's what we came up with. What are like the psychos?
I mean, I'm just already everything Antarctica, everything in the uncharted or at least publicly unknown knowledge parts of the world. All my studies and focus will be on.
Okay, so like geography stuff.
In a way, yeah, geography, just natural physics, hidden physics of the world, and natural energies. This world, we have this thing that we call gravity. When looking into the laws of physics, science, and the laws of nature, and then testing like certain things or questioning certain things with just like a kid like dropping something or watching something roll off, but then like seeing the way the world works and then being told certain things, and you're like, this doesn't make sense because like you would seem different. Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Mike, what about you?
I was gonna say, Red, on that same island, do you think there those there's regular workers like a janitor who are like the rich people or
Nah, robot, bro.
the what?
Humanoid like fembots. They do everything.
Damn.
This
So
is
there's
what
been some investment here.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Well, there's things like gravity, but like everything is actually essentially forces. It's not just, it's not like gravity is not just something with a certain weight or density and this atmosphere existing and like there's forces. And this is proven within magnetism and the magnetics of the poles and certain things of our earth and invisible, untangible energies in physics. And I wonder why certain uncharted, unaccessible places,
Mhm.
like where these things exist and where, if we wanted to go see that I can go all the way around the world, then like this one story and this one claim of Amelia Earhart or all these other things and like, and then they start going missing. I feel like maybe someone else should have been able to travel around the world since then. Um, why are they stopping people from traveling to Antarctica? Like, why? So, yeah, my whole focus would be on Antarctica, all the hidden
That's a good
earthly
point.
geophysics and magic of magnetism and the laws of nature that are not taught to us, uh, that are truly beneficial for our well being and connect with people. But yeah, that's what I would.
Nice.
What would you say?
I connect.
What?
I connect.
I think I'll try to probably like find like the cure to diseases. But if I fake my own death, if I do find a cure, who's getting the recognition?
Yeah.
Not me, right?
Right.
I mean, is this an island? Let me ask the question because Mike, if I fully believe, and there's certain non-U.S. Western medical doctors that have had success in these things, and I believe the government has what you just said, and it's like that's why like, they're hiding it or they're withholding it because big pharma and because making money. Again, the cure to diseases, and I only recently found all this stuff up with like a lot of like health research just from me trying to like get into a little health kick. But the cure for like everything is just nature. Uh, all of our medicine is made out of some sort of plant or something that is derived in nature. Uh, and again, that's why they don't want us to know about all these natural properties, natural connections. But I fully believe that cure for cancer, AIDS, all that stuff. And even though I say that, with some of the research I found that cancer, it again that itself is a whole program, brainwashed, medical. Let's make money off you. Think there's cancer, and it's not like like cancer is. If you study cancer
Do you
in
guys think
medicine,
they have the cure for cancer?
yes, and if you study cancer in medicine, you know that cancer cells. There's a cancer cell existing in your body right now. There's a cancer cell existing in Reds and in Dread, and probably multiple in mine. And I just said one in each of yours because it's at least one. But that is all normal within someone's cells and someone's body and life. But yeah, I fully believe that has already been solved, and they're just like,
What do you think, Red?
What was that?
What do you think, Red? Is there the cure for cancer? Like, do you think
Oh, hell yeah.
that?
There definitely is. And I would research turning people into dinosaurs, you know? Because, like,
nice.
you know, why not have warm-blooded dinosaurs or something like that? I don't know. But, like, it sucks because, like, I do believe there is a cure for cancer. Because, like, I've also seen the bills for, like, all of the stuff running up, you know, oh, you do have cancer. Here's when the bills start piling in. And it's like, oh, just talking to people is just like 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month, 40 grand. Oh, you get the chemo. And it's like, oh, that's 15K just for the start of chemo. And it's like, but Mike, that's very noble. It sucks that, like, how could you distribute it from the island? You know? It would just get snatched up by some Pfizer conglomerate.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay, Jesse. I mean, Dreaad.
I would study maybe climate change. Because I do really feel like the earth is changing. I feel like it's like noticeable, it's highly noticeable with the weather, you know, like this isn't normal. We're having like the more extremes than we've had before in the past, like, 100, 200 years. Like, so I would
agree.
look into that. I would look into if there's ways to, I know it's like commonly said in the scientists industry, like, oh, once we hit a certain point, there's no way back. But yeah, I'd be looking into that, how to either significantly slow climate change and like the potential, destroy. They say they're like save the planet, but the planet's gonna be here. What's gonna happen is we're gonna die. The planet gonna just keep going like it always has. You know what I mean? We're not saving the planet. We're saving the human race, which puts more of an urgency on it. I feel like, because save the planet, people are like, yeah, recycle and all that shit. But I'm like, no, if you really think about it, like, it's potentially us, the planet. Think about it. Through the history of the earth, or as far as what we know, there's been a lot of like resets, if you will. Like the ice age and those things, it's kind of like a purge. So I'm like, the planet is going to keep going. We will be extinct to not be able to potentially grow food like they say and things like that. So, yeah, I feel like I would look into that. I would try to study how we could potentially stop what's happening, and then even look into like renewable resources and things like that to prevent the same cycle from just coming back around, generations later. So that's what I would do. Would it happen? I don't know. Have you guys seen the memes where it's like the dude's sitting next to someone on a plane? He's like, hey man, what's up? Like, what are you flying out for? He's like, oh, I'm flying out because I just discovered how to like make cars run off of water, and the government was like, oh, we want to fly you out to
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
I love those. I'm like,
I'm on the
yeah.
wrong
And then the dude's
flight.
like, it does the sound boom, and then the dude's like, I need to get off this plane right now. And then the stewardess is like, no, I'm sorry, sir, we're about to take off. And then he's like, no, I have a BOMB. Like, I need to get off this plane right now. And then she's like,
That's
"Sir, that's not
hilarious.
funny. We're gonna be taking off." He's like, "No, I got a bomb. Get me off this way." Like,
Yeah.
facts. That's how it is. Like, you seeing dudes like talking about showing their little inventions, and they're like, "Nice knowing you." People commenting like, "Hey, nice knowing you, man."
Yeah, thank you guys. This was another little dive and rabbit hole. And I appreciate you guys watching if you're watching. And I appreciate my boy Dread for hosting, my boy Red for hosting. Mike, thank you for stopping by with us. And until next time,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
All right, guys.
Later.
Thanks.